hi YouTube, it's Spencer here, and today has been, come on, use your words, stressful, to say the least. Stressful is the best word I can use. But anyways, today we're going to talk about like my biggest fear of going on T. So basically a person on my Tumblr, which my Tumblr link's below. A person on my Tumblr asked me, hey, I saw your video and you identified 70% of the time as a male, and then 30% of the time as gender neutral. And if I was just wondering, if you never feel like a female, why are you so like hesitant to start T? Good fucking question. I think my biggest thing is my family. I came out as a lesbian, so I'm 22. I came out as a lesbian when I was 21, and the reason was because I was in the Air Force when I was 18, and Don't Ask, Don't Tell wasn't repealed until I was 20, so I think I was 20 when I came out, actually. So I came out as a lesbian when Don't Ask, Don't Tell was repealed, so when I was 20. So that rocked their world. And they, some are more supportive than others, but no one likes it. You know what I mean? I haven't come out as non-binary, which I don't think they would, one, understand, and two, I don't think they would like it. So I haven't come out as that yet. But to come out as trans, I would lose them. As unfortunate as that is, I would lose them. And that sucks, I have a twin brother who is phenomenal and, would stay with me no matter what. And I have a plethora of friends who are, like, family to me, so they would be good too, but, I would lose everybody else, and that's a scary thought, right? I am prepared to do what makes me happy, so I will respect them, and I would be prepared to lose them if transitioning is what will make me happy. So that's why I want to make 100% sure, because I've seen so many videos of transitioning and detransitioning, and I'm not against detransitioning at all, but like to come out again, or to say, hey, after a month, a year, a decade or whatever, hey, actually I was wrong. They wouldn't understand that. And they wouldn't understand it, and it would just, I would get like a lot of like, I told you so's, and this is just a phase, and all this bullshit, and there's a lot of transphobic people out there that would totally be like, this is why it shouldn't be a thing, and then a lot of like trans people who are like, you're making a mockery of us and all this stuff, and I'm not even trying to do any of that. But yeah, that's really my biggest thing. I want to make 100% sure, because not only is it like, physically life altering and like emotionally and everything, but it's like, socially, it's like, it's such a huge thing for everyone. To like this week at work, I started taking select people and like telling them, hey, pronouns instead of she, her, because they don't know my sexual orientation or my gender expression, because I don't think I need to tell them like, hey, I'm Spencer and I date girls, like it's none of their damn business. But I took them aside and I'm like, hey, instead of she, her, let's try them, they. And half of them like looked at me and was like, okay, and then the other half was like, I'm not gonna do that. And outside of my friend group, that was the first time anyone's ever been like, pushed back on, how I want to express myself, or said that they weren't willing to make that change. And, I just want to make sure before I put, my friends in my professional life and, my personal life, before I change all of it, that I'm certain and I'm sure, because for anyone, whether they're understanding or not, to like come out, to like change, come out and then come out again, like it's just so hard, God, I wish I was like on I wish I was part of the binary. Like, I knew what I was. Like, I know everybody glorifies this whole, like, we're human and, rock on. I'm for that too. But, like, it's just so much easier. Like, I would feel so much better and, like, so much more content if I just knew. If I was like those, trans guys that I see on, like, Tumblr or YouTube that are like, from 5 I knew, and, I couldn't wait till I was, like, able to come out or whatever. And, like, because I would totally do it. I would totally be like, rock on. Like, I need tea. I'm going on tea. I'm going to be, a self-made man. I'm going to fucking rock it. Like, I would do it. And then if I was a female, I'd be like, yo, I'm just a butch lesbian and I'm fucking hot, so fuck y'all. Like, I would do it too. But just, like, just not knowing is just, well, not knowing, just being, like, in the middle, or, like, not being one thing 100% of the time. It's just so exhausting. It's so difficult to just to express yourself to everybody else who are cis. It's just, that's like my biggest challenge, really, and it's obviously causing me stress. But that's kind of how I feel. So, honestly, if my parents were 100% supportive about, me being trans, because at this point, like, regardless if I go on T or not, I'm a trans individual because I don't fit my biological expression. So I would come out as trans. But, like, if my parents were 100% supportive of me being trans, I would feel comfortable enough to go on T right now. I would feel comfortable to make that decision and make that change and experience it. But because they're not, and because I'm losing so much if I decide to transition, I'm doing everything to make absolute fucking sure that it's for me. So sorry if this was long, guys, but that's my biggest fear. And I still haven't gotten my packer or my binder yet, and it's kind of, like, fucking pissing me off. But, right now Georgia's in a state of emergency, so I guess the weather is kind of fucking up, like, delivery. But hopefully I'll get it before Saturday, so I can post a video of, like, the unboxing of at least one of them. It's a Underworks 988 and a Mr. Lumpy, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, again, my name is Sincere. I'm leaving my Tumblr below. Comment if you ever have, if you have any trouble being non-binary and expressing yourself and how you got through it, or if you just have, parents who aren't as accepting as you would want them to be. Like, tell me how you got through them and everything. And yeah, I'll see you guys on Saturday. Later.